Hello, it's Colette. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to have a little coffee and chat. Now, a lot of you say you love the coffee and chats, and it's a chance to sort of sit down, have a coffee, and catch up with my life, etc. And that's what this one's really going to be. So if you are wanting spiritual advice, or there's something that you want to do, meditations or whatever, then this may not be the type of video for you. So you can toddle on and go do a meditation or something. And also for those of you that sit with me during this video, why not at the end take an extra 20 minutes and go do a meditation? Wouldn't that be a nice thing to do? Have a little chat, have a little coffee time, and then go and do something spiritual. So if you're with me, you can pause it, go make a coffee, sit down, and let's go ahead. I have my makeup on today. The light's weird, just because I couldn't set up over the table and whatever. I'm in my comfy recliner chair because I'm so sore today, and I'm so tired. Oh, here we go. Computer's telling me something needs done. There we go. We're back. Sorry about that. I need to find a way to get that wee message off, because it's coming up now just about every 2 or 3 hours to tell me that something's running out, but I can't figure out how to get it off. I think it's one of these things that they want to keep you, so a no answer isn't going to happen with them. Anyway, so I'm very, very, very tired today. So much so that I just couldn't bear setting up across the table, and I'm just literally here. And I know the light is very bright at one side and not at the other, but hey, we're just having a conversation. And if this is where it needs to be for the next wee while, then that's just the way it is. So anyway, yeah, yesterday my husband got some really good test results. We'd been waiting for quite a while on specialist lumbar puncture tests coming back. He's got a lot of illnesses, but there was a concern that there could be in the future a degenerative Alzheimer's, and oh, that's been a worry. But it's clear, and I don't know, I think the relief of that, I feel as though I've been run over by a bus, to be honest. It's like, whoa. I think I've been putting it out of my mind, because these tests had to go to a specialist unit that picks up on these things, and it took a while to come back, and there was lots of other tests going on in the background. So yes, there's things we need to address. There's things that need to be changed, and maybe new medication, and different ways of doing things with different professionals. But this test to find out if in the future there would be a degenerative dementia, whoa. Because anybody that knows my Jim knows that he's one of the best talkers on magic and all the stuff that he knows, and you know, he's a strong-willed, very supportive person. He doesn't like to be the person that needs supported, put it that way. So a diagnosis of dementia would have been hell for him to deal with, and it would have broken my heart, but we would have got on with it. But also from a very, very selfish point of view, it would have been horrible for me. I have a friend whose husband has had a progressive dementia, and we keep in touch a little bit, and it's so sad. I don't know how she copes, I really don't. So that is clear. And I don't know if it's something in life that when you keep going and you're like, maybe there's a tension there, but you're not quite aware of it because you're putting things out of your mind. But I think when that happens, maybe you just go, ugh. So slept not bad last night for the first time in a wee while, which was great. Up this morning, I wanted to do some videos because there's a lot happening, to be honest. So that's the main thing, though. My absolutely adorable hubby, who, oh, is just my rock, my absolute rock, does not have a bad prognosis in that way. So Oh, thank you, Spirit. Thank you. And thank you to everybody that's been saying wee prayers and everything in the background, because that is fantastic. I'm also tired because finally the book Memoirs of a Clairvoyant, Unforeseen Circumstances, should now be out on the 6th of October. That's the preview date. And I'm so happy at the moment. It's just been finalised with some copy editing, and thanks for everybody that I've been in touch with and said, you're in the book. Can I use your name? Can I say these things? Because I don't really want to put out something that I've not cleared with some people, not everybody, to be honest, but so they've all got back and it's like thumbs up, yeah, we're happy, so that's fine. And I'm really looking forward to it because it's been 18 months. Although I had a little ebook out, the Love Lessons one, I think last July, I've not actually had a big book out for maybe nearly 2 years, to be honest. I think the last one was the prescription. So this has been a labour of love. And when I had to hand it over to the copy editor, I was like, oh God, it's like a baby. You don't want it to go because you feel as though you want to nurture it more. But there comes a time when you just have to say, right, that's enough. But what's happened is the people that have been beta reading it for me, like Jim, etc., have been saying, oh, you didn't put in this, and you didn't put that, and when that was important, you didn't put that. And I've gone back to all my notes, and there's such a lot that just haven't made it to the final cut, and that's because it's already 65,000 words. So what I do think we have is the last part of the memoir leaves it to where I am just now and where I'm going forth with some really interesting stuff and a new sort of journey as such. So I reckon with all the bits that I've left out and the new things that should be there in the next year or two, God willing, Goddess willing, Spirit willing, I think there might have to be a volume 2, and I've actually put that in at the end because there's too many things that are either really funny or really intense, probably the ones that are maybe the most, not the most frightening or the most spooky, but a lot of them, maybe I've tested the water with the first book, and then in the second Memoirs, who knows. I've actually got a really, really, really itchy left palm. That normally means money coming. Right for me is money going out, left's money coming in. Ooh, and I'm talking about the book, so who knows, we might have a good Christmas this year. That would be nice. We always have a lovely Christmas, but with not doing the readings anymore, we have to pay the bills, and so I'm hoping that this book is actually very good for that. And this might be a long video, but about a week and a half ago on Facebook, I had such a rant because YouTube had demonetised 2 of my tarot videos that were yet to go up. I'd done 2 together and put them up, and the minute I put them up but scheduled, it came up that they demonetised them. Now, to put this in perspective, after 2 and a bit years, I'm still only accrued $70 on my YouTube channel. I get it when it comes to 100, and I'm going to put that straight back into getting equipment, what I can get for $100. But you know what I mean, might get a light or something. So I was looking forward to getting a new light so that we won't have this like we're sitting just now. I've got a wee light on over here, but the sun on this side is very much brighter, whereas if I had a proper light, it would cancel everything out and we would get a better quality video. So anyway, and the big videos are what we call the evergreen ones. They're the teaching videos that just keep ticking along. And even the best one, which has got about 15,000 views, still only made about $22. YouTube is never a way of making money. But as I was coming close to maybe, say, getting $100 before Christmas, I was getting quite excited and even looking at lights that I could get for $100 and stuff. And then I put up these 2 videos, and YouTube demonetised them. Now, to put it in perspective, a weekly tarot card video might at most do about 150 views, even over its whole life. And YouTube gives you the equivalent of about $1 per 10,000 views. So you can see that possibly YouTube demonetising the 2 tarot videos probably did me out of about 5 cents, and that's the God's honest truth. It wasn't ever about the money, it was the fact that I thought they were going to be demonetising maybe everything spiritual, like, and that worried me, because the channel's growing and there is a chance that, you know, as time goes on, the channel might make a wee bit of money and it might help Jim and I as we get older, because that would be lovely. Why not? When these 2 videos were demonetised, it kind of went to my brain as, oh, the whole channel's going to be demonetised. I'm not going to make my $100 and I can't have that light. I mean, that's how petty it was, but I've had all the stresses and strains and worries going on, so I overreacted, and I was typing away on Facebook like mad, and basically what I found out was, in looking at it, YouTube is not wanting to be seen to be associated or putting advertising on things that aren't advertiser friendly. They get caught with not monitoring things enough, and there was meant to be like advertising had sneaked through and was on terrorist videos and stuff, which actually I believe now wasn't the case. It was mainstream video trying to get more of the advertising back towards them rather than going towards YouTube, which is huge. And if you're at the top of your game in YouTube, you can make full-time living and do really well on it. But if you're like me, I mean, I really don't think that $70 in 2 years actually comes anywhere close to a living wage, to be honest. My God. So anyway, I found that the 2 cards, one of them was the 10 of Swords and the other one was the Death card. And that was the only 2 videos that were demonetised. So what I did was I got a wee slap in this. This is not advertiser friendly. So I reloaded them. And believe it or not, on a title and a description that was about the 10 of Swords card and the Death card. I had to take that out. And when I took that out and reloaded them, they come back up monetised. So obviously they're clamping down on things that maybe have the words death and swords in them. If I was looking forward to putting the names of the cards on all the descriptions so that people could even find them to learn from, even if they're learning the tarot. Oh, there's a video on, like, say, the 5 of Swords or whatever. But for some reason, no, I'm talking about 2 cards and I can't actually put the words in my titles. So anyway, they were remonetised and I sighed a sigh of relief, but it got to me that there's YouTube just isn't going to allow me at the level I'm at to maintain or improve my channel. So I started thinking of other ways of making that so, and also potentially having a longer term income just as a brand. I'm not a brand, but sometimes you've got to think of yourself as a brand. And with pulling back from the readings, that's taken a huge part of my sort of brand away. But it's necessary, it can't be helped, it's just one of these things. I know this is rambling along, but probably I'm at about 800 subscribers now. I'd like you to get involved in this as well. There's a few ways that I can go forward with YouTube. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm going forward with it anyway. If I didn't make a bean out of it at any point, I'd still do it. That's the bottom line. I might not upload 3 a week or whatever, but I would still do it because I'd want to do the weekly tarot card, and I'd want to put up the teaching videos because people are gaining so much from them. I mean, the Healing Hands one, I've got 250 comments. I mean, that's just blowing my brain. So anyway, there's a few ways that we can move forward with this. One is when I get to 10,000, not 10, when I get to 1,000 subscribers, I could open up a Patreon account. Now with Patreon, basically, if you want to, you can pledge, like, I'll pay $1 a video. And yeah, you still see the same videos as other people, but you get something extra because it's kind of like an elite thing. So say you pledged $1 a video. Now, sometimes I can put up 12 a month or something like that. So that would be $12 or £12. And I don't know if that's the answer, but at the same time, it means that we could add things like, you know, once a month people get teaching by live stream, or once a month they get a wee question and answer sent. I don't know. I'm not sure about that in any way, because it leaves the channel open to, yes, everybody's getting these videos, but people that are donating or have signed up to Patreon are getting something extra, and that kind of makes it a wee bit two-tier for me. So I'm not sure about that one, although it can work and it can be good, and the people that then do become part of it become a smaller group. Sometimes it's a community that evolves and becomes more of even a teaching thing, but that's number one, but not sure about that one. The other one is I do have a PayPal donate button on it's in the About Me, I think, or description, and also on the banner. But I don't really publicise that a lot, and if you're looking about the channel, you won't really see it. It's not hidden, it's just not, you know, I've got maybe support my channel if you want. So that's always there, but I feel as though if I'm keeping saying, oh, and remember there's the button to do this, do that, and the next thing. So I don't like that either, although you know, it is there. So that's number two, just almost take out the begging bowl and say, please donate to support the channel. So 1 and 2, I'm not sure of, but they could run together and it might be a good way forward. The third one is my website. I used to sell my online readings through, and obviously they're down now, which means I've got a little shop, and the shop is doing nothing. Now, as we go into autumn and winter, one of the things I do for friends and family, and occasionally it's giveaways, is little spell pouches, and I do enjoy doing them. And I was thinking of maybe that, and crystal prescriptions. I love doing my crystal prescriptions. I get a photo of a person, we chat about the things that's going on with them, and I make up a little crystal bag pouch prescription with the correct crystals for this, that, and the next thing in it. And I've always kind of done that. I've always loved it. Even when I was doing healing, I would pick out the correct crystals and put them in a grid on the person, and I do enjoy that. So the crystal prescriptions that theoretically I've sort of given away, I could also put, there's 2 things that can go in the shop that are things I really enjoy doing. So that the third way is actually to use YouTube as a kind of advert and direct people to the website for things that they could buy to help support the channel and me, I suppose. And that one sits with me a wee bit better. But I'm going to put it out there. I really haven't a clue what to do. And I would like to be able to advance the channel technically. And I would also like for the future, longer term, it to be maybe some sort of source of income. But I'm not meaning anything like Doreen Virtue or people that it's their main source of income. I don't mean that in any way. So I'd like to know what you think on that. Because it is a bit of a puzzle for me, to be honest. As I say, if I never made a penny from YouTube, I'd still do it. I really would. But I feel as though we wouldn't be able to advance the channel in the way that I want. I have to maybe take time out to learn how to do live streams and how to edit and stuff like that. And, you know, if I was doing it for the money, I just simply wouldn't do that. You know, I would just keep it the way, So, that's that. So any thoughts on how to really support the channel without AdSense. AdSense is how YouTube gives you money for putting stuff up. And remember, it's not big bucks in any way. I know I have to keep saying this, but you know, I've met some people in this, you know, talk, I say I've got a wee YouTube channel. And like, oh, you're on YouTube? Wow. Oh, you're an author? Wow. You must be raking in loads of money. No, not at all. But fair enough. I just like to disabuse the myths out there about small YouTube channel and authors really raking in the money, because it's not true in any way. So tell me what you think, and know that I'm not asking for money. I'm looking for what ways you might be comfortable with the channel developing, and if you'd mind occasionally when I said, you know, this is the weekly tarot card, and here's my book, Novice to Pro, and I'm doing a divination one, and here's my book, How to Read an Egg. These are the ways that kickstart people to go and find your work, and then they buy it, and then you have income, and I'm far more happy with that, to be honest. But it means that you'd have to put up with what I feel would be, in a lot of videos, a wee promotion at the end, or a wee you know, this is my book and this is my other book, whatever. But hey, we've all got to live, haven't we? So let me know what you think. And then, as I say, there's no rush for these changes. It's something that I'll be developing and moving forward with over the autumn and winter. And yeah, I've got a new file opened up for Memoirs 2 book, because there's so much isn't in it. And I can see that there'll be another one of those books. I've also got about 10,000 words already written of grandmother winds of the earth, wisdoms, and I feel that I'll continue with that. And who knows, there might be a fiction book next year. But I have to give myself a break. The next few months will be about promoting the memoirs, the first volume. I think you're all going to love it. I really do. It's like, oh my God, waiting for people to get back to me to say whether they liked it or whether they were okay with what I'd put in it. And you know, like for my daughters to say, oh, we love that, Mum, it's amazing. And they even learned things they didn't know about me, which was fantastic. And for friends to say, oh, you know, I've heard these stories, but to see them all written down was amazing. There's a lot of humour, there's a lot of spooky stuff, there's a lot about the media and TV and stuff. It's the type of book I would enjoy reading. So the next couple of months will be working on a sort of online book launch, because I'm not well enough to do, you know, a book launch in a studio or in a bookshop now, but online is brilliant. Last couple of books have been online and launches, and they've been real good fun. There've been a lot of giveaways and everything, so I'll get that ready for the 6th of October, and then I'll be promoting, and then make a wee decision on how to take the channel forward so that it can fund itself. And there we go. That's it. So if you're wondering why I've been tired, there's all the final stuff for the book been going on. There's Gemini's health. I've still got a few things to get sorted as well in the next month. But I got really good eye drops from my optician. Thank God, I've got the best optician in the world. Simpsons and Larkhall. You're wonderful. Thank you, Ewan and staff. They've really helped the dryness of my eyes for my Sjogren's disease. And thank you to the NHS for all the help and wonderful tests that have been done for Jim, and have given us, they've allowed us to breathe a sigh of relief, put it that way. So this is going on forever. I've got other things I want to talk to you about, but we'll do that next week. Look forward. I'm putting up a life tag next week as well. It's one of these tags where you just get the questions and answers them, and that will allow you to to learn a wee bit more about me as well, and I'm beginning to learn a wee bit more about you. So keep the comments coming, keep the thumbs ups going, start talking with one another. You know, I've started to see this. Alison's talking to Donna, and this one's talking to that one, and that just does my heart so good. It's wonderful, 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 wonderful. So keep that going, because I just think this wee channel could be such a resource for us all. We can share our points of view, we can talk about things that are going on. And just before I go off, you know, my thoughts go out to anybody that's been affected by the hurricanes in the States and all the flooding in Asia and the fires in America, North America. Earth changes are truly here. The elder told me it started 2012, they see it through to about 2017, and they would be complete by 2074. So it looks as though the predictions are correct, but at least we know that we get through them, which is good. So anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. Please comment and send me a wee bit of energy if you can to get me through the next few weeks. I adore this book. It's so very personal. It's my life, you know. If anybody says, oh, that's rubbish, don't like that, I'll be like, oh, oh dear. So be nice. I can't take. It's not my ego. It's just like when you write something, you really want people to like it. And before I was handing it over to the copy editors, I went through a few hours where I was like, "This is rubbish. This is rubbish. This is tripe. Absolute tripe." And I actually went on Facebook and I got such a lot of replies like, "Come on, your other books aren't tripe. Your other books aren't this, that, and the next thing." So, you know, and that really helped. Oh, hello Nellie. Just go down and go and say hello. Yes, I've been talking too long, haven't I? Have I been ignoring you too long? Maybe, darling. Look. So anyway, I better go and cuddle this wee girl because she's not been cuddled for probably about 25 minutes now. Hey? And please comment and I'll be back soon with something else. Many blessings. Love you all. Bye.